Hey folks, there's a few news articles that have been brought to my attention that I've had backlogged here. So I thought, why not bring you all along for the ride whilst I look through them? They're all eczema healing related. So let's take a look at what's been going on. So the first article I want to have a look at, somebody sent me, was a Daily Mail article. A woman who was 26 battled with eczema since she was born. Once so severe her skin bled. How many of us can relate to that? After 2 months of being vegan, her skin is almost cured. Almost cured. She's gone vegan, dropping the V bomb, gone vegan, and after 2 months, her skin is almost cured. Let's just have a look at the pictures here. This is Victoria Jinks from Birmingham, just down the road from where I'm living at the moment. Maybe she's got a bit of social media presence. And this is her back. Ah, doesn't that painful? Poor lady. And I believe some of this scarring here would be from scratching. Looks like she's in some sort of oatmeal bath here. And the relief now after cutting out meat and dairy, says her skin is better than ever. And this article here has had 4.7 thousand shares on the Daily Mail online. Kudos to Victoria for sharing her story here. How many of us can relate to this story? Lifelong itchy eczema, slathering on greasy ointments, didn't want to go out, just wanted to stay home. And there were times when she would struggle to go to work, fear of what people would think, the hot weather would make it even worse. And here we go. After years of her sister's fiance suggesting a vegan diet, Miss Jinx decided to give it a go. So we can always have an impact on those around us if we're just willing to share this message, talk to people about it, talk to people about what we've been going through. It sounds like a lot of the time they're not listening to us, but the seeds are being planted. And I've had that so much. Even right now, even today in 2018, I'm getting people signing up to my coaching packages that I first had commenting on my videos years ago, 2-3 years ago, and they were commenting quite negatively back then because they weren't ready to hear the truth. People would always say stop scratching, and it would aggravate me even more. Oh, how much can we relate to this? It made me very depressed. Steroid creams would always make it come back angrier. Look at that. How many of us can relate to that? Steroid creams making it come back. They are part of the problem. Get off the steroids. Get off the steroids. And she's dropped a few pictures here. Some of this is probably not the most detoxifying, but we've got to get people on this wagon. We've got to get people over to the vegan side because that's where the truth lies. That's where the healing starts. Veganism is not the end. It's not the end of the journey. It's just the beginning to get you started on this detoxifying journey. Next up, we have PM Live, pharmaceutical news. I don't always like looking at these articles because a lot of them rile me up and get me all fired up. But it's good to know what's going on out there. So this is 13th of July, just 2 or 3 days ago. And GSK, GlaxoSmithKline, sells eczema and psoriasis drug to Dermavant for £250 million. They've got an R&D, research and development team. And I just want to tell you a story about GlaxoSmithKline. I used to be a motorcycle courier in London, in the great city of London. And I used to go into banks, building societies, hospitals, laboratories. And I used to go to this very building here, this GlaxoSmithKline building, to make deliveries. And in the car park, there were Lamborghinis, there were Ferraris, there were Bentleys. There were cars, the same type of cars that you see in the parking lots at the banks, at Barclays, at HSBC. And even back then, the penny was starting to drop. There is money in this industry. And here we have a drug being sold to Dermavant for £250 million. That's how much money is riding on this. That is how important it is for you as an eczema sufferer to continue to use these drugs. They're taking a leaf out of AstraZeneca's book. They're all doing the same thing. All these pharmaceutical companies, this is the level of investment that they're making. You know, I once read that £1 billion goes in to the development of any new drug. And some of this stuff is just absolutely terrifying. Not just from a pharmaceutical point of view, but from a point of view psychologically, what this does to us, having this sort of stuff thrust into our realities and making us feel like this is what we need to be taking. We need to be using these because we see all these big buildings, we see all these big fancy drugs, and we think that these guys have the answers because they've done all their peer-reviewed, double placebo blind controlled studies. But in actual fact, we need to start judging by results, not theory. Start detoxifying the body and start healing eczema from the inside out. Final one I want to talk about is a Markets Insider article here. Bravina Laboratories has released a restorative skin balm to soothe eczema flare-ups. This is an article again from just a few days ago, July 13th. And I wanted to bring this up because I see so many of this type of advertorial article where you've got copyright, patented products here. This sort of stuff really riles me up. This kind of situation where they've taken a natural ingredient like oats and they've derived something botanically from the cell wall of oats. And they say here that oats have been used historically in oatmeal baths to help soothe the skin after exposure to aggressive environmental factors. So they take the oats, they process it, put it into something that they can patent, and then sell it back to you. This is what these pharmaceutical companies do. It's a whole load of money. This is a very short article. Restorative skin balm. If you want to find out more information, and I get contacted by these types of people to take product samples and share them on my channel, and that's what they want from us, and that's who they believe I am, and they think that I'm going to be, you know, responding to their inquiries and promoting their products. But these are advertorials, and they need to shift these bottles from the shelves because there's a lot of R&D money gone into this product that even if it has a 10-20% effectiveness on calming down a flare-up, they still have to plug it as hard as they can. And even if it does give you a bit of light relief, as you will know by now, it's not going to give you any sort of cure or uprooting of the disease. That comes down to what you do day by day, from your detoxification, your nutrition, and how sustainable your plan is. So there we have it. That's all I wanted to bring up with you today. 3 articles here. I get sent this sort of stuff into my inbox all the time, so let me know. What are your thoughts on these articles? What's going on in the world of eczema? What do you think of Victoria? Pretty inspirational what's happening over there. And what do you think of this video? Give me a thumbs up if you like this style of video. Thumbs down if you don't want to see this type of video again. Let me know in the comments down below. Wishing you all the very best today with whatever you're doing. Do something today that detoxifies your skin. Do something that nourishes your skin. And do something that helps your mind to relax and to release itself from identifying with eczema. Build up your identity in other things, sports, fitness, social media even, building a platform that may help other people. And I'll see you in the next video.